Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Omi and today we are looking at Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition. This is an American football with a fantasy element to it kind of game. There's a management mode, there's actually playing the games, there's some decisions to make. So there's quite a lot that goes into it. Of course, there are multiple different types of players and different races of creatures which will basically help and hinder in some ways. Bigger guys and different races might be tougher, able to take more punishing hits. They might be stronger, be able to deliver bigger hits, more quicker, nimble, easier to dodge out of the way, and so on, so forth. Now, I've done a bit of this already, and you can see we've got quite a lot. You've got training camp, which takes you through the basic tutorial for all the bits and pieces. The practice, playoffs, a season, and the Mayhem Bowl. That is the big game. There is online play, and you can set that up how you want. And there's also a dynasty mode where you take it through season after season and see what comes. I've had a little playthrough, I've done the tutorials. I've played this kind of game before, and something very similar to this before. It reminds me a lot of Blood Bowl, and that's kind of the main comparison I have for it. But yeah, if we jump into the options, I have turned the music down quite a bit, and all the sounds down. But you can see there are quite a lot of options. There are Goan language options. If that really, matters to you, then you can turn that off. Graphic options, quite decent number of things you can do. You can put it on a different display, etc. There's your controller buttons if you want to see what you can do on a gamepad. And honestly, I think it works quite well on a gamepad. This does feel very, very heavily like a console game that's been ported across to the PC. And that's why I turn the sound down, because that noise can get a little bit annoying. A little bit. So yeah, let's take a look then at Dynasty. That's the way I would normally do this sort of game. So fast, 2-minute games, or 2-minute quarters, 8-minute games. So that would be a 4-minute game. Dirty tricks, carnage levels, go all the way from a little bit of damage, no damage, all the way up through, a lot. And then newbie, rookie, normal, all pro, and masochist. So 5 different levels there. So I'm going to go high on the carnage, but a low difficulty. And then, yeah, so you can't go these galaxy chaos or whatever. But yeah, you got a monster conference and a mutant conference. And you can see all the different species in the middle as I go through. So, the steelheads have some bots, some orcs, some aliens, some deadheads. We get some werewolves thrown in here with the jugulars. Just deadheads for the invaders. Deadheads are more like the zombies, I would say. So, bruiser bots. They are your robot type race in this. As I said, the deadheads are your undead. You've got some orcs, big, powerful, green skins. You know what they're all about. Criminal aliens, well, they're more like aliens, of course. Superhumans, they're humans with better abilities. Werewolves and demons, you should know about. You get a little bit of everything on Full Metal Mayhem. If you like one race more than another, that might influence your sort of decision here. And you might have already seen that a lot of these are fairly quick to notice they're based off NFL teams. So you can see as we go through, all of those are there. But yeah, the Orcs of Hazard are another ones that, for now, are locked. So, yeah. I look at these and I am a Broncos fan, so the Mile High Chronic does seem to be the one jumping out at me. Then we've got to go there. So, quite a decent little intro graphic there. And in all, the graphics are quite decent. The sound's quite decent. So you see, we're not really good right now. We're going to have to build up to be like the big dog in this fight. You can see as well, we got some dirty tricks on offense and defense. We're just not good right now. Just not good. So we've got some money. We can't go fully down. We've got to build into a team that can compete. And there's trades and free agents and whatnot that we can do. So, if we look at our roster, you can see right now what we've got here. And really, there's not too much to get excited about. But yeah. I mean, if you do know anything about the NFL and you know a little bit about the Broncos in particular, because that's the team we are playing as here. Not a good season so far, 1-4, but won the last game, divisional game. So that, you know, it's a team that's improving. It's a very young team. But if you do know about some of those players, you will see correlations between these players and what you see there. So, I guess Philip Lindsay is one of the aliens. You see a lot of the humans in there. The deadhead there would be Kahani Salamed on the right. And Grim Splatrick there as well. So there's a mixture of what looks like humans to aliens with a couple of deadheads thrown in right now. But as you can see, it doesn't matter where I go, what I do. Everybody is a 50 rated player pretty much. So if I look at the death chart and we sort of go from there, you can see you can pick up really who you want, but it does have the types there. So we start at the beginning. We got some superhumans, the deadheads on quarterback, the aliens, the orcs, and I think those are the 4 types we are gonna get in here. And there we go. There is, of course, a werewolf. I don't know if we got any others. There we go. There's a demon. There's Vaughn. The big bad Vaughn. And like I say, that's mainly, I feel, due to the way things are set up. Based on names as well. Okay, so what can we do? Well, we can, if we get XP, and if we purchase more XP, we can start throwing up these ratings. We can also play to improve by getting XP, but you can purchase it as well and throw things up and see what happens. We improve the team over time, and yeah. as far as I'm aware, there's nothing about anything here about how young or anything that the team is. So we'll kind of see what goes on. But yeah, maybe there's a race which you like, maybe there's something you want to do. You can see here how you get some XP on offense. You gain for a number of different things. So it depends where you're playing, what you're doing. And of course there is practice as well. And we got some goals here to get to a pro level. Not too bad. For a quarterback, not too bad. So let's move out of that into management. You got your playbooks. Again, there's a lot of different bits and pieces you can do here. And you can choose your own playbooks. We've got these different 30 tricks. So you can see here, run play, ball carrier pose on a chainsaw, inflict serious damage. The rollout. So this more is an actual play. So we can use that to reverse. The smash face. You know, that's another fun little play. Then we got the time warp, which is, you know, I think has something weird about it. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. But we'll probably get to that. You can attack the ref. You've seen defensive plays. We've got different kind of audibles. Onto the defense, you can see here as well what they've got here. Different kind of plays. But yeah. So we've got a deep zone, a jailbreak, blitz, and so on. So, pretty kind of cool. So we can go to free agents. As you can see here, we'll select who we want. And then we can be able to put that player in. So, yeah. Again, if you know anything about it, you will realize who some of these players are. For me, I quite like these two. But then again, there is a superstar at quarterback. And I quite like a superstar at quarterback. So, that's that's the player we can kind of do. And then it all depends really what you want to do here. But I mean, we're much better off doing like something like this. We sign, and there we go. We got a new quarterback. We got a new quarterback. And then we can just go for a really good running back. And then we can go for a top safety or something, maybe. And that'll help us out on the back end. So that's the free agency done, but there are player trades as well. So now I can look over here again and try and think, okay, edge rusher. There's a monster orc. And we can get somebody. Who do I want to give up, though? I mean, is he edge rusher? That's something I'm not entirely sure on. Yeah, that's something I'm not entirely sure on. Okay, do I just go for purple paint and get a really good... Yeah, get a really good cornerback. And there we go. Okay, so team manager, roster, depth chart. So there we go. We've got a starter here. And a starter there. Yeah, that's fine. So now at least we've got a few different players that can help us. So that'll be the first thing you want to do. Now we can scout team and see we got Upchuck, you got Innards, Hellbent, and Houston. You can see kind of how they play, what they play, and they're a very good team. They are a very, very good team. I'm not going to do anything on the playbooks. There's a bunch of different practice stuff. So let's jump into a practice and see how it all comes together. And I've got to remember how to play. It's been a little while. It has been a little while. So let's go for a dead course double cross. Okay. Okay, so Hut, we can call for the ball without actually getting it. S to snap. And then W is throwaway. Okay, W is throwaway. And we choose our option there, and then we just run. And see what's roots. Roots is Q, so I can see where we're going. How I think we match up. Okay. So these are our routes. We cross over here. And see, we got absolutely wrecked there. Fast-paced action. Shotgun, Ripper. So that'll be over the middle. I'm pressing the button, but it won't throw the ball. I was throwing the button. I was pressing the button there. Okay, so this could be on me. My God, this team won't block either. So I've got some routes that I can kind of do, but and there we go. Didn't go well to begin with. I think those are mainly just sort of cosmetic effects. Maybe they're not. Okay, so that should have been a touchdown. Goal line, double hooks again. And there we go. just like in real life, the trick is to run the ball for us. Oh, yes. As you can see, the aliens there are doing their bit, sort of rolling to get a bit more speed. So different sort of races, as I said, have some different ways of playing. Let me try and get this. Again, it wouldn't throw the ball. I'm having a little bit of problems in the passing game. Short outs. There we go. We do manage to get that one out. We do manage to get that one out. On the screen, rumble right. There we go. Not much we could do on that one, but you get the idea. So there are quite a lot of plays. It's a sucker punch. It's the hurry up offense. And as you'll see above the top of the player, there we got Lindsay there. There's a little bit of the green missing. Just a little bit. That is because he's taken damage. The more damage you take, the more sort of dangerous this is. There we go. Nice little throw there just in. You just got to throw early and just press the button. Dirty tricks. It's a time warp, and I think that takes you back to where you were. Woo! And we can fall off the edge and all sorts. It's the boneyard. Bone slants I quite like. So I can get him free and pull away. There we go. So it's not a very overcomplicated game. It's more about what you can do and how you can do it and different plays. And of course, being up against a real opponent with a better team than ours, that's going to be big. That's going to be big. So we can play offense, we can play defense. I mean, for me, defense, just pick somebody and run at the ball and hope. F changes play up, I think. Something else is tackle. We'll get to that. We've got everything you really would want. The full schedule of our opponents this year. Then we've got this big old thing here. And of course, the settings were already kind of locked in. But we've gone from a 50 to a 59. You can see 3 really good players. Next season, we'll be able to do some more as well. You can also just watch the games, I think, to a certain degree. Or at least, like, not choose a side. So let's get into this one then. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Here in Looniapolis, Craziana, home of the insane Colts. The first 1,000 fans will receive a free straitjacket and a 500-volt lobotomy.
Am I crazy? Or did I just see a fan throw himself off the upper deck in a garbage can with an M80 in his mouth?
No, that's their mascot, Crazy Jimmy. It's the season opener and the first game for this new coach and his team of underdeveloped rookies. Today's matchup features The Mile High Chronic take on the Insane Colts. Hi, everyone. This is Grim Blitzrow, and welcome to the season opener. Let's listen in on the pregame speech.
I think outside the box we're going to get right. Okay.
Ready for a new football season to kick off. Grim Blitzrow along with Brickhead Mulligan. Any thoughts on today's game?
Let's return to the right. Let's return to the right.
Little Bighorn comes to mind.
Yeah, I knew that was a stupid idea as I was doing it. I saw the spikes. I was trying to, like, get them just on the spikes and me just off it. But I'm really not that great at it, am I? Okay. So we should be able to get this ball over the top, hopefully. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it at the line. He dropped it at the line. So yeah, we got a great quarterback. We don't really have anybody here, though. So again, Sue comes open.
This guy on my fantasy team last week.
Just get that first down.
Not to mention my kneecaps. My loan shark is very
So there's fire, there's spikes, there's a bit of different, there's different kinds of hazards on different,
and it's 1st and 10.
arenas, different playing fields, different stadiums, however you want to think about it.
Just like you love life.
Okay, so that was the first quarter. I put it on a minute quarters. So that's kind of on me a little bit. So I'm going to run this up the gut.
Oh, what a brutal hit.
There we go. See, now that they attack you when you're down as well. I don't think that's particularly fair. Death Wish.
And it's 1st and 10.
What do we got here? Okay.
That one's incomplete. The receiver couldn't get there.
Ah. Oh, I saw him open. I wanted that one. Okay, let's go for
The quarterback changes the play.
He's so indecisive.
a ripper.
Where is he? I'm not sure.
Let's actually change that up.
The ball carrier better move his ass. Oh, the defender almost picked up the ball on that one.
Deflected. Oh my god. And we just lost someone. Our running back is dead. Just like that. Just dead. That great running back we had is now dead. He's gone.
3rd and 10.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay.
And he catches it for a touchdown. What a beautiful play.
Yeah, it's all those poetic Grim.
There we go. We got the touchdown.
Hey, man, nobody can touch you when I ball. I take all you
So-
moves out. That's right. Hey, what you talking about, Pop?
So there we go. It looks like 2 of their players are injured, which is fine, but we did lose one. Okay, so let's get the
It's always been my philosophy, but Bricks can't even get one.
screen.
Oh, I'm talking about points.
And he plows forward for the 2-point conversion.
Straight through the grass. Straight through the glass.
The second quarter comes to a close as the teams head for
Yeah, so you get these weird sort of bits and pieces, but we are right nothing up at halftime.
We make genetically engineered food that is to die for.
And if you see here the XP, we're not too bad. Glutton got a bit there. Newcomb got a decent amount. But Bones Jackson, that great player we had, is supposedly dead. He's supposedly dead. We also haven't been on defense yet.
You ready for some fun, kids? Zombie rep season is now open. That's a clean pickup.
Okay.
And game over. Well, he was a decent player and gave his all. It's the
Oh,
start of
I
the third
thought I was
quarter,
supposed to
and we are set to go, Bricks.
do something with that. Okay. I thought that was like ammo or something.
Gonna go to a striptease show? Where we going?
Hey, why don't you settle down, just
Wait for the AI to take over in the fourth and ruin it. Oh, wait, that's the other football game. Yeah,
They're
that's...
looking for a good return after giving up. Let's see how they
Let's
do.
kick to the right.
Let's see if they always suck or if that was just a one-time thing.
Down a little bit, and then...
Good thing his entire family came to the game to see him play today. Must be real proud.
I don't think we really did anything
And it's first and
there. No, this is where I'm bad. This is where I'm at. I'm bad.
oh, mama, he just knocked him into the next time zone.
Once he finds his head, he'll be okay.
Okay. We seem to do okay there. So basically, I just tend to play on the line
Second down and 10.
and try and push that line back in a certain way if I can. There we go. We blitzed, they hand it off, and we absolutely wrecked them there. Go for a cover.
Good luck.
Let's go for a corner blitz.
That's the way to move the chains. That's good for a first down. This game is all about momentum and killing.
And we've injured their quarterback. There you go. See, we got some damage on him. Dirty tricks. Okay, maybe we do a dirty trick. Maybe we don't. I don't know. So we got 1 minute to hold on here.
That pass play nets them 7 yards.
Oh, no.
Oh, holy Montezuma's revenge.
Did we not get that ball?
That Montezuma was very vengeful, wasn't he, Bricks? Wonder what made him so mad.
Probably all the diarrhea.
Unnecessarily manslaughter. Quick killing everyone. We need to play a full game for my bonus kick in.
And he just got so mad and cursed.
There we go. There's the running back dead. Injured quarterback. Kill that guy. I mean,
Sounds like he didn't really think it through, 'cause
balls out
he
blitz.
should have made it specifically for the owners of the inclusives, but not the guests.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't really know right now. What day is it?
There we go. Oh, I was hoping he'd get caught
If that
in
ain't
those
been
spikes.
problem, it certainly left skid marks.
Really didn't want that to come back on us.
Colts walk away losers today.
They're losers every day in my...
There we go. So we get the ball back.
Didn't have enough to get it done.
Right at the end, we run out the clock.
Once again, the folks at Evil
And we
Sam
get
thank our viewing audience
out
and the Mutant
of
Football
it.
League for allowing us to telecast this.
Today's game
So,
was brought to you by Comcrack
that's the
Entertainment.
first game. It's very arcadey. If you put it on easy enough, it's very kind of easy. You put it on hard enough, of course, it gets super hard too. Okay, at the end of the game, we've got a little bit to do. You can automatically do stuff, or you can go in manually, and you can see here, if you look at the player upgrades, you can see, so the starter here, there's a little bit of XP, there's 11 XP. So what do we actually want to do? So we could run with the ball. You can see these little asterisks near these abilities. Those are the key ones, of course. But you can see we're already pretty maxed out. For me, the most sense on a quarterback will be to put the toughness up, of course. And then probably just save that. So yeah, we're not going to be doing too much there. So we can press Q to purchase some. Okay, so we can get his toughness up there then. And what is... Yeah, okay. Okay. So there we go. It's going to cost 200 grand to resurrect Bones. But of course, that's more than enough. So let me have a look around for who has extra XP that might be worthwhile doing. As you can see, we got Glutton, who bit more intelligence and catching maybe, or we can go for some speed on top. You know what? I quite like that. I quite like that. Not really going to be too much we can do. Again, I guess we do that. Everyone else seems to be okay. Everyone else seems to be just fine. So we can't really do much with you. Did I just spend money to resurrect them again, even though we just did that? Shouldn't be allowed to do that. Okay. So I can't get his jump up. Okay, so I can't do anything up. I think I just cancelled it and then resurrected. So I think we're okay. We didn't spend more money. Then slander. Yeah, so we need to get them involved in the game. The more you do, the more you get, as with everything. Pass blocking, I guess, should be the main thing I'm doing here, right? I think that should be the main thing we're doing. And then maybe some hit power, maybe. Okay, why is... I don't know why my XP is going a bit more kind of crazy there, but okay. I guess that's fine. And then... so maybe it's the species cost. Fighting during late hit window. Hands. Catching. Okay, let's set him up there. I guess we're going to keep hold of that XP because that's not going to go anywhere. Okay. So he is Enforcer. He is going to be the Enforcer. So the Blitzers are your edge rushers. Defensive ends, outside linebackers. Your Enforcers are probably going to be more the defensive tackles. Coverbacks are cornerbacks. Linebashers, linebackers. And the safeties are just that. Let's just bring him back. And let's give... Let's let Mod make some tackles. I guess I can't do anything about those. More formations and plays. I think I just want some tackling in the mid there. Yeah, we'll get some extra bits as we go along there. And that's fine. And then we've got... There we go. There we go. Okay, so... Again, a really, really good player. There we go. We can put a point in there. Is there anything we can put 2 XP in? No. Yeah, I don't think we really need to be doing anything else there then. Okay, so... From what it looks like, we're carrying a little bit of XP, but everybody's been resurrected that could be. Which is 1 on defense and 1 on offense, of course. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Okay. So then we go against the Creeps, and it'll be very, very similar. So if we keep a bit of money and win 3 to 8 games, we'll get a bonus. And it looks like, yeah, this season, we should be well on the way to doing what we want to do there. Now again, there's another trade we can make. So I would then say maybe you need to look at some kind of wide receiver. So, Grimmy Zendrix, big bad boy up there. Get rid of the Worstman. And offer 2 million more. Lovely. Free agent. What do we really want? So we've got a running back, we've got a wide receiver. We could improve the line a little bit. We could. Possibly something back here. And then we get rid of... Wow, 7'4". It's huge. Okay, so we should have money in the bank. And that'll allow us to go into our depth chart. And again, just keep sort of stacking things the way we want to. we've got our 1 and 2. Just because I know who they're based off is kind of me wanting to put them in a correct order a little bit. And that should be it. Okay, so then we're in a good position again. We've made our trades and everything. We've got ourselves a decent sort of squad. And then we can just go into the next one. But not going to do that here. Maybe we can turn this into a bit of a playthrough if that's what people want to see. Right now, I think we're in a good position. And we're doing a lot of good things. So you can't actually change that on the way through. But if you do go back to the menu, you can get back in and start. So if we do want to turn it into something, we can. So let's roll credits as we go through a little bit about this game. So the gameplay. It's simplistic, but it works. It's good enough for what it wants to do. The controls take a little bit of time to get used to. And as I say, I do believe on a control pad, it's much more intuitive about how to do things. That being said, keyboard is not the worst I've seen. So we can still get a lot of things done. And on easier difficulties, it really shouldn't matter. The game is easy enough that we're okay. The actual look and feel of the game and the idea behind the game, the implementation of the game, I enjoy this style of game, a very arcadey NFL type game. I like the violence. I like the fact that players get killed and injured during the games, and you can resurrect them, and the different races with different abilities and can be leveled up quicker in certain stats than others. I like all that. I like the level of depth in the game for something that is really just a very arcadey, quick, simple, basic game. It doesn't overcomplicate things, but it does have a layer of complexity to it. So I quite like that. I do quite like that. Yeah, see, this seems to be like the highlights from the match we actually played, looking by the scorecard and everything else in the background. So yeah. Now what I really like is the look of the game. I think the art style is good. I think they spent a lot of time making sure it looks as good as it plays. The audio's pretty good. There's some issues I've got at some level, but we can turn off the sound effects and just keep the music. The commentary is hit and miss for me. It feels like it's trying to be funny without being funny. It seems like it's not quite where I would want it to be at times. But they've made a big effort on it, and you've got to kind of take that into consideration as well. I do feel that perhaps they could have done better. But yeah, so overall, a solid game. A solid game. Okay, so looking into things a little bit more. Sorry, this is a on all 4 platforms: Windows, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. It's by Digital Dreams. It's currently on Steam for $14.99, and it is a spiritual successor to EA's Mutant League Football, which was way back when, I believe in '93, on the Mega Drive / Genesis, depending where in the world you are from. But yeah, they tried to kickstart this and they didn't manage to do it. So this is a scaled back version of what they wanted to do. and I think it hits the point quite well. I think it hits the point quite well. So if you don't want the complexities or the price point of other football games such as Madden, and you're looking for something that's fairly cheap, good fun, interesting, ability to play against your friends, just a little bit more sort of fun and action, arcadey feel to it. This definitely to me feels like one of those games when I was a kid. I would go to the arcade and, you know, you put your coin in the slot and you'd be ready to play. This is definitely one of those games that I would play. This is one of those games I would have played. So, for $15, I think it's nice to get that kind of feel in a game. And as I say, the level of complexity, I've played it on hard difficulty. It's really hard. We just played it on easy. You saw just how easy that kind of is. You know, we made a couple of decent stops. They got a first down, but we made an interception. And we could run the ball at will. So, yeah. It's pretty decent in that aspect. Just how good it is to pick up and play. I'll say, if you want to see more, let me know. We can definitely do a series and carry on this team through. If you know more about the game, you want to talk about it, head down to the comment section below. Has been out a little while, but it has been updated, I believe. It will continue to be updated, and we will see exactly how it works. But at the moment, it gets a thumbs up from me for $15. I think you get a lot of game. Still, even now, sort of this far into the run of the game, a couple of years in, you still get a lot for your money. And I'm hoping that they continue to sort of expand upon this franchise and do updates, maybe bring out a sequel. I'd like to move away from the real-life teams as well, because it is based on real-life players and teams. I would like to go more sort of 50-50 on real stuff and sort of more creative directions they can take teams, players, names, etc. Maybe a couple other races, maybe add some magic in there, or, you know, whatever else. Just expand on the dirty plays, expand on really nearly every aspect of the game. I think if they do that, they'll be in a great place. But right now, if you're interested, go check it out on Steam. $15. Regional equivalents apply. And yeah, tell me what you think of this game, and if you want to see us play it a bit more. Till then, thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm Chris Orme, and I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, take care.